The opinions of this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
They're heading for the canyon. They're going back to the Citadel.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Damn you, Salazar!
With your hosts, Fabian Salazar, we are not gods, and Cole Butterfield,
No, there's no comic book properties related to this.
where we talk about movies.
Most of the time.
Oh, this country is like, what country? We are definitely not allowed to say.
We are not allowed to say because that's going to damage the overseas market.
Yeah, so come along for a ride and have fun.
Nice.
There we are.
Got to get a little bored. That'd be neat.
I do... No, I don't. Damn it. I need a clackerboard.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I need one of those next.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let me get in just a little bit more without tipping that. Now you can see what we're not tipping over. Hi, welcome to Cole-astic Cinema, and we are finally on camera.
Yeah. Finally. Now you guys can shut up about it.
Now, unless you're listening on Spotify, then that's unfortunate.
Well, still. Don't worry about it. We got you. We can describe things very well.
Yeah, and maybe at some point we'll get, clips.
Yeah.
And as you can probably see, we are watching Iron Man today.
Iron Man.
All right. So, yeah, let me get my notes out. Oh, shit. I did. I got in the process of taking notes and didn't take any notes.
Nice.
So Iron Man came out in 2008. It was directed by Jon Favreau. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Terrence Howard, Jeff Bridges, and I'm missing somebody.
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau. Yeah, he puts himself in his movies. So it was written by Mark Fergus, Hawk Ostby.
Which is a great name.
Ostby.
Which is a great
that
name.
is cool. Art Markham.
Another great name.
Matt Holloway. God damn, there are a lot of screenwriters on this.
Yes.
And based on characters by Stan Lee, Don Heck, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the one that started it all. This is the pivotal MCU movie.
And one of the pivotal superhero movies. This really established the formula. Like, this is the first one where we get to, pretty much same suit, same powers, climactic battle. This is where...
Yeah. Let's see. It was filmed in California.
California.
Had a budget of $140 million.
Jeebus.
Opening weekend made $98 million back. And worldwide gross was $585 million.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'd say it's a success.
Yeah, I guess I could see why they spawned a whole universe off of this.
Also, just having a fun, badass superhero who makes everybody, like, to quote Honest Trailers, everything is like makes everybody else look like nerds by comparison. Yeah, it's like so true.
Yeah, no, man. I'm excited.
Except for maybe Blade.
Well, some motherfucker's still trying to ice skate uphill.
True. Yeah, do you have a comic book connection for this one?
No, there's no comic book properties related to this. This is strictly an independent film done by Jon Favreau, like his earlier days, with what he used to do. So,
like Swingers.
Exactly. This was pretty much like his follow-up to Swingers, I think. This is a sophomore project as a follow-up to Swingers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see it, yeah.
No, it's not like Iron Man debuted in Strange Tales number 39 back in 1963. That's not a thing.
I think that's where the soundbite goes. It's going to be weird, but like trying to do the sound bites when we have camera. Maybe I'll just like splice in like a picture of Iron Man.
Or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he'll pop out of my computer screen towards the camera.
Crawl out ring style.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd be terrified, but also like, oh shit, it's my Iron Man.
Oh, holy shit. It's Robert Downey Jr.
So yeah, I don't think I've seen this one in a long time, like probably around when Iron Man 2 came out. I was like, oh, well, I should watch the original Iron Man to, watch again. Maybe when Iron Man 3 came out, I did a watch through of 1 and 2, but it has been a while.
Yeah, I watched it I think maybe the first, like between 2008, 2010, I watched it a few times, but then we really got going with the MCU, so I kind of just started just trying to keep up with everything instead of going back to the past and revisiting everything, which I kind of want to do because that's going to be such an endeavor.
Yeah.
and will feel like it'd be mentally exhausting, and maybe I'll hate comic books by the end of it.
Yeah. I've thought about it doing an entire MCU rewatch, and it does sound exhausting.
Yeah, well, especially like because I have Disney Plus, so they have like the whole like Infinity Saga and stuff, and like they throw in like all the TV shows, shorts, and other connecting things.
Yeah.
So it's like not even just the movies.
Do they even do they have the rights to like the Netflix stuff like Punisher and Daredevil?
I think they do now, but those aren't thrown in because they don't. I mean, because they mildly
I doubt they
touch
want
on
Iron Fist.
Fuck Iron Fist, dude.
Yeah.
That, god damn, I knew that was going to be fucking, just fucking, no.
I
Fucking Iron Fist,
I tried to get into Jessica Jones also, and I just couldn't for some reason.
I found Jessica Jones to be pretty fun, especially with, oh no, why am I spacing on his name? He played Purple Man. Shit.
Oh,
Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who did a great job.
David
he was really
Tennant.
fun. Yeah, Doctor Who. He was, really fun, creepy, awesome. I mean, it was pretty fun. The second season wasn't that great.
I do like the guy that played Luke Cage also. I think he's cool.
Luke Cage was fun for the first half of the season, and then they, spoiler alert, killed off the coolest villain they had halfway through. Like,
That's unfortunate.
yeah. Other than that, it was pretty damn good. Like, especially when it comes to like street grounded, street level characters, and the interaction between like him and Jessica Jones because they're married in the comic books. Like, I think they did a pretty good job. And then Iron Fist came out. I think I got 3 episodes in. Actually, no, I think I finished the first. No, I didn't finish the first season. I couldn't do it. It was just so bad and dumb. Acting was wooden, and just it already points out how kind of stupid. And I know there's Iron Fist fans, and come at me. I don't give a fuck. Iron Fist is kind of stupid.
Nah.
The coolest version of Iron Fist I've seen so far is actually currently coming out in the Ultimate comic books, and the Iron Fist is Hulk.
Oh.
He's like achieved pretty much just like Zen, like he like recites like quotes from Nirvana and stuff like that. Pretty much has achieved pure Zen, and stays the Hulk, and then also has the Iron Fist. So it's like a martial arts trained, a warrior of Kung Lun fucking Hulk, and it's cool as hell. Oh man, he ends up bringing the smackdown in his debut comic book. It's the Ultimate Universe right now. It's super fucking cool. I highly recommend checking it out.
I think I could fuck with that.
Oh yeah, no, it's and the way they do it's really fucking cool because he just dominates. Like these motherfuckers have no idea what the fuck is about to hit them. Then he just beats the brakes off all these fucking stupid ass. Ah, dude. Oh, so good. But we are not here to talk about comic books. Kind of.
Kind of. I mean, it's kind of hard when we're watching Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, they do a pretty good job with Iron Man in the Ultimate Universe too right now. It's kind of, ooh.
No, got Ultimate DC also, right?
Absolute.
Absolute, that's right.
Which is also awesome right now. Holy shit. Are they doing some cool ass stuff with that? Like it's, oh man. If I can tell you what, man, it is.
I've been thinking about getting into that. But for right now,
Iron Man. Iron Man has got a long story. Obviously, since 1963 is when he was introduced. He has done a lot of shit for a actually relatively obscure character until this movie came out. Like Iron Man had a brief little animated series like here and there for a while, but like Iron Man wasn't like even though he's like a founding member of the Avengers, he's done a lot of shit. He didn't really. Yeah, like they were only just like minor Iron Man fans, or just a few right there. Like he was there, but
when did no, what's it called? It's like the most popular Iron Man comic.
The most popular one. Let's see, the like Superior Iron Man, or
no, I'm thinking like when he's like dealing with his drinking.
The Demon in a Bottle.
Yeah,
storyline.
Demon in a Bottle.
Yeah, no,
when did that come out?
Oh God, I think that was like 80 something.
Yeah, I don't know. In my head, that's when he kind of picked up a little bit as a character.
Well,
but
I mean, because they gave him some development for sure, but then he kind of just. I mean, he was all right. Like he had some fairly consistent printings, but when it comes to like the top Marvel characters at the time, like he was not really high up there like he is now, which is all thanks to Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of him.
Yeah.
After this movie came out, they completely just started adapting his character to just what RDJ brought to it. So like he completely reshaped the character. This whole movie completely reshaped the character on top of how they completely do comics now at Marvel, to where instead of the movies following the comics try to fall more in line with the movies. So that's why, like, which is kind of cool, but also kind of frustrating. Because they got to change some shit up. Like now, fucking Miss Marvel is now an Inhuman and a mutant because they did the Inhumans and nobody gave a fuck because the Inhumans suck. Fuck the Inhumans. They're just, ugh.
all right.
One guy screams really loud and can shatter planets, and his wife has like hair that she can use as a weapon.
So she's Sindel.
Yeah.
Okay.
but her name's Medusa.
I guess that kind of fits.
It's like, I mean, fuck the Inhumans. So so then in the comics they decided to make her a mutant, which I'm guessing they're gonna claim that she's a mutant. That's how they introduce. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You get as a fan, you just get to wildly speculate about where they're going with this and try to figure it all out ahead of time, and probably just end up disappointed.
Did you see that old like grainy footage of like little kid Robert Downey Jr. meeting Stan Lee and saying like, "I want to be Iron Man"?
No.
Yeah, it was like, I wonder if I could pull it up at some point. But
Fake news.
yeah, I really hope that's a real thing. But
that can't be it. No,
I really hope that's a real thing, or I didn't.
I love for that manifestation, but I highly doubt that. I did not see that in any of the trivia I was looking up, although I did get sidetracked and started going through the actual Iron Man comic book history for a while, and that was a lot of fun. Gonna have to keep that.
Yeah, gotta keep that. Keep the. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We'll figure that out. But yeah, just a quick list of some of Iron Man's most notable accomplishments and such in the comic books. Founding member of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Winner of the first Civil War. Winner. Depends on your...
Winner's a little subjective.
I mean, yeah, I have very strong opinions about Civil War. He's a member of the Illuminati. He's a former alcoholic, which he does struggle with all the time. A few times when shit gets too real, he will try turning to, especially during the Fear Itself saga.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, yeah, I get it, especially like when you're an alcoholic, to like the level that he is. Let's see. He's the former director of S.H.I.E.L.D. following the Civil War, and then pretty much it's a whole fucking thing. But he was a director of S.H.I.E.L.D. until the Skrull invasion happened, and then they kicked him out. He lost the second Civil War. He's not actually the offspring of Howard and Maria Stark. He's, actually the offspring of two S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. One was actually a Hydra double agent. And then once the wife found out that the guy was a double Hydra agent, they ended up fighting and killing him. She wanted all the trauma. She decided to give up her son to Nick Fury, who sent it to this orphanage. And then Howard Stark heard that story, decided to adopt him. And they immediately fell in love with him because it was make up for the fact that their original son was incredibly handicapped because he was genetically engineered by a space recording robot called the Regalian Recorder 451. And the only reason he got involved was to figure out the human capacity by bioengineering a child into Maria Stark because they could not conceive.
You lost me at Iron Man's not their kid.
Comic books are crazy. That's all you got to know. He's a former Guardian of the Galaxy. That was a pretty cool stint. Gave to a really cool costume. When after the Second Civil War, he was killed and came back as an AI and started leading an AI rebellion against humanity until he eventually changed his ways. But yeah, he was pretty much just like robots and AI trying to take shit over. And then he ended up like stopping it eventually because you can only kill so much character. And then recently he lost his business to an anti-mutant organization called Orcus, where they started building Sentinels out of his text. So these are like even extra terrifying Sentinels.
Iron Man Sentinels. All right.
Yeah, but those are now defeated, and the X-Men are kind of fucking boring. There's like 5 different X-Men comic books, and it's like, meh. The only good one right now is Phoenix. Like she's Jean Grey's fighting cosmic entities and shit. It's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, it sounds. I would say interesting, but just like a step under that.
Yeah, it's yeah. Comic books are in a weird place.
Let's see. So this movie, when it first came out, I was kind of a shithead teenager, so I didn't really want to give it the time of day. But then I actually was like, oh, okay, I got kind of not forced into watching it, but like we're watching this, I'm like, all right, and watched it. I was like, oh, okay, this movie's actually pretty fucking cool. Yeah,
no, I remember. When I heard it was announced, I kind of had a big hate for it. Yeah, I was 17. I had strong opinions about who my favorite heroes were at the time. I'm not the biggest fan, or wasn't the biggest fan of, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, which is weird because I love Batman, but it's like, you can get away with that because he's not like in a full fucking suit.
You can get away with it because he's Batman.
Except for when he's in a full fucking suit, but also he's dark and gothic. And this is definitely more of the extravagant playboy aspect, which is like, whatever. But I liked Robert Downey Jr. as a kid. I've seen a few of his movies that I really, really liked as a kid. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's find whatever. We'll check it out. It's Iron Man. How good could it be? I mean, it's not going to be any Spider-Man. And then walking out, it's like, that was fucking awesome. That was,
It's not going to be no Spider-Man 3, I'll tell you that.
No, we don't talk about that movie. That movie did not happen, all right? That's just a weird, deep fake AI bullshit. It's a Mandela effect seeped into our minds that actually happened. Anything you read about Spider-Man 4 is just because 3 is an unlucky number in a lot of superhero movies. So like the 13th floor, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'm getting fun ideas on like shit. So it was like you talking about Spider-Man 3 not existing and then just having like on my monitor Tobey Maguire dancing. In the fucking
no, Billy Maguire, that's from a different movie. That was from the sequel to Cider House Rules. with Michael Caine.
Right.
That's what that was. It didn't happen. It didn't fucking happen, and you can't prove that it happened.
Okay, so with that being said, I mean it's Iron Man. Expectations going in, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun nostalgia trip back into 2008. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else really to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I got some movie notes, but those will definitely come after the fact.
Right.
Some fun little trivia.
Yeah. All right. Well, sweet. We're going to go watch Iron Man, and we'll let you know what we think when we get back. Just kidding. We're not going anywhere yet.
We forgot what we were doing. We have the whole thing written down on a whiteboard.
The whole thing with the camera makes it really...
It's like the first day again.
I keep forgetting what we do. I can't... Hang on.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah. Now you get to see how the sausage gets made.
All right. Now you can see why we had trouble reading the last one, because it's so goddamn small.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I can make it bigger, though.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I gotta make a doctor's appointment.
You forgot your glasses, didn't you?
Oh, no, they're all broken.
Oh, that's good. That's even better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me move this over so I can...
All right, no, I got this. I got this.
You good?
Yeah. Right. I'm a fucking professional. I've got this.
What would you like to drink, Mr. Stark?
2 fingers of Lethroig. You want one?
We're working.
You should have a drink. We've got a 12-hour flight.
It's 2 in the afternoon.
It's 2 in the morning where we're going. Come on, 10 hours, bottle to throttle.
Don't start with me.
Look, geez, we're not getting hammered. Just a nightcap. We'll sleep better, arrive fresh. It's the responsible thing to do. I don't know about you, but I want to sell some weapons.
Smash cut 2.
Smash cut.
Music blares, Tony and Rhodey sips on drinks, comfortably numb and oblivious to the flight attendants dancing next to them. Look, man, you don't get it, all right? I don't work for the military because they paid for my education, or my father's education. Don't cheapen it like that.
All I said was, with your smarts, your engineering background, you could write your own ticket in the private sector. On top of which, you wouldn't have to wear that straitjacket.
Straitjacket? This uniform means something. A chance to make a difference. You don't respect that because you don't understand.
See that one? Oh, her, I understand. Croatian. Hot-blooded. It's serious. It must be those winters in Zagreb.
You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
Oh, no, I'm listening. I'm changing the subject. It's the same litany every time you've had a thimble of alcohol. Drink one, reflect on the new American century and related topics.
Something seriously wrong with you, man.
Drink 2. It's a history of World War II, the Tuskegee Flyers. And drink 3.
You know what? Hell with you. I'm not talking to you anymore. Rises, looking for somewhere else to sit.
Go hang out with the pilot. You get along. He's got a personality just like you.
I will. Rhodes returns to his seat. That's funny.
You could tell?
What? No. Oh, automated pilot. Yeah, all right. Cool. I think that's it.
Nice.
Now we're going to go watch Iron Man.
Or are we?
The truth is, I am Iron Man.
All right, that was awesome. So much fun to revisit that movie.
Man, it takes me back. I feel like a younger man, 17 years old, watching that. Just really wishing I could pull off that kind of facial hair.
Yeah, for a long time. I can now. I just have to shave it into that shape.
Just gotta. It's too much upkeep.
I just like doing the Rob Zombie look more.
I vacillate between just like close to the face and then just lumberjack.
Yeah. I wish I could do a full lumberjack. I just don't grow enough on my cheeks. Anyway, so I didn't take. I took one note because I didn't really need to take notes for this movie.
Yeah,
remembered most of it, but a lot of it I can just remember off the top of my head. Honestly, I guess I don't even want to break it up. So, yeah. I think it's aged really well.
Yeah.
I think modern day, we're kind of leaning away from Middle Eastern people being the bad guys, but
This is 2008.
yeah,
Whereas, like,
it's still mostly fresh.
some
but,
things are still pretty fresh in Americans' heads for something.
Yeah, I mean, still, I think generally, I don't know. I haven't seen very many recent war movies or post-war movies, or even like, I guess the equivalent would be like Civil War. It would
Yeah.
just be us fighting each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, and maybe a little bit of like propaganda against like Russia or China a little bit, but haven't really been playing into it like we used to.
Yeah, even though it's not as like heavy-handed or
Right.
as just like it's a bit more subtle or kind of just a bit more vague. Like, yeah, they may be like they're from this country, maybe, but like that doesn't mean they represent their country.
Yeah, and they can't like. Yeah, what was the modern one that was like? Oh, it was Top Gun, where it's like, yeah, we're not even just gonna name a country. It's just better. Like at the end of the day, yeah, I think that's the way to go. Make it just like radicalists from any country. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like not just one generic. Anyway, that's kind of how that works. But yeah, I think I really loved just how like the Ten Rings were just this terrorist faction. Like I think
Yeah.
that worked really well, bringing it in mostly grounded realism. Like there's a little bit of like future-y tech with Iron Man, but
Yeah.
nothing that's like outlandish. No space aliens. There is a skybeam.
There's a Skybeam, OG Skybeam, baby.
The OG Skybeam. But other than that, like I liked the grounded realism, and I don't know. What do you think? Do you think if they would have kept like the Ten Rings as more of just the terrorist faction than trying to go with like Killian, or I think they did it. They did a pretty fun like giant demon thing with Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know. I'm kind of answering my own question as I
you are. Like,
as I word it. But like, I don't know. I kind of like that grounded part of it. But even then, Iron Man 3 was set after the Avengers. So what do you do? Oh, they're aliens. Well, now we have to kind of make everything else over.
Yeah,
the
but that's the
top.
problem is trying to keep it grounded to a point where, like the Avengers were first formed, like as a way of combating the Hulk, who was turned, feral or rabid pretty much by Loki. So you're introducing like gods, like you can.
And they kept some of that aspect of it.
They did. I mean, they tried to keep it like close to the Ultimate comic books that were coming out at the time, which were definitely grounded a lot more in realism. Like for the longest time, it was only semi even alluded to that Thor actually was a god. Like he was more of a just like a.
We are not gods.
Yeah, just like a crazy strong dude with like some amnesia that like had like this hammer. Then see like the hammer was like grinding a lot of the power, but it's like, oh yeah, no, Thor's a god.
Yeah.
So he can only stay so grounded. That's where like Batman could stay grounded because like you've got a clown, you've got a scarecrow, you've got a scaly dude.
Yeah, if you want to go a little bit more outlandish, then you get to like Mr. Freeze and Killer Croc. But even then, like Poison Ivy. But even then,
I mean, you can kind of semi-ground those into realism with like Killer Croc and just be like, some guy with a skin disease.
yeah, Poison Ivy, like she doesn't have to be made of plants, but she uses specific plants to get what
like
she
just
wants.
like a eco-terrorist botanist. Too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like that you can ground pretty
Mr.
well.
Freeze, be an ice cream salesman.
I mean, still keeping it. You'd have to go a little future-y with it, I guess. Like he's a genius, so he knows how to keep his wife in stasis and everything. But even then, like, yeah, I think it's doable.
Yeah, but then you start like getting towards things like Superman, Wonder Woman. So many. Well, even though we are talking Marvel, like even like so many other characters, there's only so grounded you can be with such fantastical characters, and then once you start escalating the stakes and everything, starting just like Infinity Gems and Thanos and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Was even then good on them for keeping fucking Winter Soldier grounded. Pretty heavily.
Yeah, that's why that was the best one, like best Captain America. Like,
Yeah,
in my
that one
opinion.
fucking
It's just-
kicks
Yeah,
ass.
it's just a fun spy movie,
Yeah.
and they happen to be superheroes. Like,
So that
which
one-
explains why the spy can do the things he can do. Because in spy movies, you're like, well, how can this guy run that fast? Like,
He's a
because he's
spy.
fucking Captain America.
Yeah.
We saw him chase down a car after he got all jacked and hot.
So let's see. Yeah, I think the Ten Rings was the only thing I had in my notes. Other things that I was thinking of. I always like not to shit on Goop, like really
Fucking
a lot,
Goop.
but like sometimes I do forget she's a pretty good actor.
Well, that's what was one of my notes. Like I kept trying to remind myself, she had a name before this. Like
Yeah.
she was Goop. Goop is she's been in things. It's just I don't know. It feels like after like the exposure to Iron Man and stuff, like she hasn't really. Don't feel like she's done much, and she's mostly just focusing on shoving things up people's.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like she's supposed to be a good actress, right?
Yeah.
Like she's been in shit. I can't think of anything outside of Iron Man.
She's in 7. She's really good at 7.
Oh, that's right. In 7. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She does a good job in 7. But, like, I mean, I guess Goop is good. Good enough to, get away with, like, injuring somebody while skiing. And all kinds of really fun, cool shit.
Yeah. It's also, like, another thing was, like, forgettable bad guys. Like, I mean, yeah, Obadiah's kind of forgettable, but, like, at the end of the day, like, Jeff Bridges plays him so fucking well.
Oh, yeah, which is awesome because he was a little apprehensive about this movie because when the movie was started filming, they did not have a finished script. And a lot of, like, people were focused more on, like, on the action and stuff like that as opposed to, like, the actual script and lines. So most of the shit was, like, ad-libbed for a good chunk of it. And Jeff Bridges was a little, like, uncomfortable doing that because, like, he comes, he's prepared, he knows his lines word for word, ready to go.
Yeah.
And so how he convinced himself to kind of relax and kind of go along with it is by saying, like, this is just a really, really, really expensive student film.
There you go.
Because it kind of was kind of how it was shot. This is, Marvel's first movie. They have a $525 million 7-year contract that they've got to pay off. So they needed this movie to succeed.
Yeah.
And it fucking did. Like, like Obadiah. So, Tron does a great job as Obadiah Stane, but he is definitely kind of forgettable. Like, in the long list of forgettable villains.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, unless they're, like, already iconic themselves, like Red Skull, or, you can't forget Green Goblin.
Yeah, and, like, everybody just wants to turn their villain into Loki after the Avengers. So.
Yeah, it's like, well, can we find some sort of way to, like, some sort of redemption arc, or they do what Tron does in this movie, where he starts off pretty bad. He's a businessman, so that's how he's able to kind of get away with kind of the shit he's doing. It's like, well, this guy's a fucking multi-million-dollar business.
He's just thinking about his bottom dollar.
Yeah, he's thinking about his bottom dollar. And then once he stops thinking about his bottom dollar, he just goes full fucking villain, just dives right the fuck in. And then and then Tron just kind of choose the scenery with it and just has so much fun. Gets all subtle and dark and just like how he even like drinks, like just such a just drastic little choices because it's like no, it's time to go full villain.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
like when he's got the paralyzer, I was just like, you remember this one, don't you?
That's a shame. And then he like cuddles up next to him while like he's like. I'm guessing he's be able to stay alive longer because he was paralyzed. So not immediately going into cardiac arrest, but then he's just like, let me cuddle up to you and like, let me Hamlet this thing I just took out of your chest. Oh, Tony, to be or not Tony, that is the question.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. That's just a fun time. What do you got in your notes?
Oh boy, I've got a lot of shit. Like I said, I kind of did a deep dive. The final line, "I am Iron Man," was ad-libbed.
Yeah.
They originally planned on going with the bodyguard thing, which I'm glad they didn't. And Jon Favreau's thinking behind that is just it's a way of getting rid of secret identities because that like adds a lot to superhero movies that can definitely kind of detract from it. I think. Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man played it off pretty well. He wasn't super concerned about keeping his identity secret, especially after like Jesus is the train in Spider-Man 2. But
I don't know. I'm kind of in agreement with that. Like a lot of those scenes just kind of kill the pacing.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's why the only character in the MCU that has a secret identity is Spider-Man because he's the one who has like the biggest concern. But like Steve Rogers is known by the government. Fucking Wanda is known after like pretty much anyone in the Avengers is known and like their identities that pretty much have been revealed, especially after, well, not after Civil War. That was a big time when Civil War in the comic books. They were mostly just needed to be government employees for Civil War. But yeah, pretty much everyone's just known who they are, with the exception of like, Black Widow, she's a spy, so her stuff's kind of hidden down. Same with Hawkeye, that's how his family stays safe. But like everyone else is just known for who they are, with the exception of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I kind of really like that. Now just like one ad-libbed line is like just sets the tone for the rest of it. Like, no, like you're going to know who these fucking people are. Like these are fucking superheroes. They're going to blow up. They're going to be covered. Like, why wouldn't you know who they are? And also, why wouldn't somebody as vain and egotistical as Tony Stark be like, yeah, no, man, that's fucking me.
Yeah.
Because that would be fantastic. Like, it's just, I like that they did that and just all based off of an RDJ ad lib. That's why he's like pretty much like a godfather for all this. What fucking else? Yeah, more of script and finish. The casting of RDJ. Everyone knows the story by this point. This movie's almost 20 years old, but because of RDJ's very much publicized past and history and all the stuff he dealt with, Jon Favreau, and I agree, just makes a perfect Tony Stark. Like somebody who had this high, came from this, famous director father, kind of just rose up. Drugs, all that, and crashed right back down publicly. Everyone knew about it. And then he's just able to use this and kind of just come back from it. Much like Tony Stark, just being shot down in the desert, coming back. It's like, no, I'm here to do good. Now RDJ is sober. He does like Tai Chi and is there to help other people out. So it's like, you couldn't have more perfect casting. I mean, I enjoy all the casting in the MCU. I don't have any problems with anybody, but they're not as perfect as RDJ is.
Yeah.
So I'm a little... I'm not concerned, but just about him coming back as Doctor Doom. But I mean, he's Robert Downey Jr. He's going to do a fine job as long as the writing is there.
Yeah.
And he can get the monologuing down, then we'll be fine. And if he can come off sinister, I don't know if we've seen him in any sinister roles. I feel like he definitely plays like really aloof, charming characters for the most part. With the exception of Oppenheimer. Not very aloof and not very charming.
I know he's in Gothica, but I don't know. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Oh, my God, Gothica. That's right. Yeah. Oh, man, I haven't seen that in so long. He was... Yeah, I guess he was kind of, a little villainous, but very just subdued and muted. Which I think is what makes it scary. It's like, oh, man, RDJ is subdued. What's going on? Oh, God, he's going to kill me, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, maybe... Yeah, I kind of see what him and Oppenheimer, I think if he brings a little bit of that energy, I think that it could be good. I'm still going to go see it regardless.
Oh, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to go see it because I'm worried about it. I'm just I really like Doctor Doom. He's always been a fun character, super cool, stupid fucking overpowered, and I love that his weakness, his kryptonite, is his vanity and his pure confidence in himself to the point where he ends up losing God King powers because he had... in a final moment of just humility and truth, admits that Reed Richards would have done a better job of remaking the multiverse and not making it all centered around himself, around a planet. But other than that, Doctor Doom's just so cool. And he's having a lot of fun right now. He's currently the Sorcerer Supreme right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude, yeah. And it seems to be nuts. We're going to have it's called One World Under Doom. It's pretty much going to show him taking over the world as Sorcerer Supreme. I'm excited to read about it. It's going to be really cool. Which would be my guess on how they're going to try to maybe introduce him into... the MCU. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, especially since they have a whole bunch of Kang to erase.
Yeah.
Lean hard on that. Abused how much they leaned on that. That was a bad joke. Another thing, only annoyance I have.
I just got it, by the way.
Sorry, everybody. The only I will bring one annoyance that I really have with the Iron Man movies is how much they lean on AC/DC when his theme song is Iron Man.
Yeah, that was kind of like my whole thing when they came out like, oh, Iron Man 3 doesn't have any AC/DC. I'm like, why? Why do you give a shit? And I was like, oh, that was the whole thing. I was like, oh.
Because they just lean so hard on it. Oh, yes, he really likes AC/DC. Back in Black, Thunderstruck. Oh, my God. Oh, isn't this so much fun? They didn't do Iron Man. They didn't want to write that song. Give me... But even that's not that big of a deal. I'm just not the biggest AC/DC fan, but mostly just that's not who wrote his song.
Yeah, there's plenty of Black Sabbath songs they could have thrown in there.
Yeah, they could have had so much fun with it. Could have thrown some Ozzy. I think they threw in Suicidal Tendencies for.
It's true.
Fuck. Oh man, I really have no fucking notes myself either. Mostly that this is also one of those movies where the superhero kills everybody he comes across.
Yeah,
everyone is dead. He's lit men on fire. He's exploded stuff where people were then caught in the explosion. He's blasted people through concrete walls. He had Pepper be an accomplice to him murdering Obadiah Stane with the fucking just electricity right.
Those little shoulder mount.
Yeah, where he just shoots all those dudes rockets in the fucking head.
Yeah,
he explodes a fucking tank, which had somebody in it.
Tank missile.
The only person he doesn't kill, he just... Not even maims. It's not even right on the guy's face. It's behind his fucking ear. If he just You just got this courtesy of Tony Stark. It's like, well, maybe you'd still have a face. Like, no, he still has a face.
Yeah, he still has mostly a face.
Yeah,
Like,
there's-
just throw on a beanie, nobody will see it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But then Obadiah kills him, so
But also just own it. You're this warlord motherfucker. Like you should,
have the scar.
have the scar. Show
Makes
that
you
you
way more
survived.
menacing.
Exactly. It's like that's right. I took a fucking rocket in a cave to the side-ish, backish of the head, right behind my ear. Ear's totally fine, but here, right here, it's kind of burnt. In a way that will definitely fucking heal, especially after all the time they have passed. It's like, come on now, man. Come on.
Would've.
Well, also, I think he was supposed to have a bigger part because they originally planned on having Ironmonger be the villain in Iron Man 2 and having Obadiah Stane as a confidant and stuff like that, and then having him turn on him in Iron Man 2. But I think the studios and stuff got involved, like, we can't just have this basic terrorist be the main villain, especially since he's not the Mandarin, and that is, like, one of Iron Man's, like, go-to villains.
Yeah.
And then you cast Ben Kingsley in that role, and you're like, damn, man, why did...
It would have been fine if they would have let him do that. Like,
Yeah,
actually.
with like how they kind of filmed it and how they kind of treated it. It's like, all right, okay, I can see how this kind of, and then just like,
Yeah, the rug pulls, like, it's way unnecessary.
and then years later, followed by another fucking rug pull. It's like,
Yeah.
it's actually,
It's like there's actually a rug under that rug.
and beneath that rug, there's another rug.
And Trevor Slattery is the Mandarin, actually. Well.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
real fucking notes. I mean,
also, Jon Favreau keeping his role to a minimum in this one is kind of
Yeah.
cool. Give him a lot more to do in the next one.
yeah. Does he direct the second one, or does somebody else pick it up and he just acts?
I don't know.
I think that was the case in Iron Man 3 and pretty much all the other movies where he's heavily featured is because he's not directing.
Yeah.
He's just, starring. But also like this, since it's like with this movie, he got super excited about it and like lost 70 pounds to film the movie. And that was just like gained it all back and gotten older, which is...
Yeah, Jon Favreau directed this one. Or the
I was about to
Iron
say,
Man
I
2.
was like, I know he directed this one.
Yeah. He directed Iron Man 2.
Okay. Huh.
Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, he directed it.
With other two more forgettable fucking villains. Whiplash, which he already sucks in the comic books anyway. But Justin Hammer, they could have done a lot with. Kind of upsetting they didn't. Yeah, but Hammer Industries has got so much. I mean, maybe for Armor Wars, I don't know.
Maybe. But also getting Sam Rockwell to play him, that was great.
I mean, yeah, it just also seems like a heavy underuse. Like you got to use if you have use Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Give him at least one point where he just
Very
dances.
underrated actor.
Oh, yeah.
People are giving him his praise now, but
Yeah, finally. No, he's always been awesome. I remember my first movie with him was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where he plays one of the lead punks. And as one of his first lines, he starts talking about how we have everything, and then a kid, like a 13-year-old kid's like, you got any smokes? And he turns around, grabs 2 cartons, and he's like, regular or menthol? Because these are all kids smoking menthol cigarettes.
Jesus. Yeah. No, my first one with him was definitely Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah, I think that was the next one. No, actually, yeah, no. I did Galaxy Quest and then Charlie's Angels right around the same time.
Oh yeah, he was in Charlie's.
Where
I
he
forgot
really
was-
shows off that he just does dancing, and he dances very well.
Yeah,
He starts dancing to fucking Marvin Gaye. It's
Fucking,
like, ooh.
I need somebody make it for me. Post it in the comments. Just a clip show of all the times Sam Rockwell's dancing.
Oh hell yeah! A compilation of Sam Rockwell
Yeah.
dancing to everything.
He
Like
does,
I want late night show appearances.
Yeah.
All right, I just like
Does that? He does when he comes out at Stark Expo dancing in a suit and shit. Yeah, homie's got some moves.
oh he does. He's got like quick fucking feet and like just it's awesome.
I mean, any last things? Because I think we can keep this one pretty short.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing.
It's Iron Man.
It's Iron Man. It's almost 20 years old. It's getting there, which is fuck.
And we got 4 more. Oh shit! It's almost 2025.
Yeah, it's in a few weeks. It'll be 2025.
Yeah,
as
so
of
we're
the time
close.
of recording.
I'll have to turn off my. Well, I need it though. I was thinking about turning off my sleep mode, but I do need the sleep mode for when I'm uploading episodes.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Have to
burn
leave.
yourself out, but-
Yeah.
But just look at him, getting all ready with his harmless repulsion, and like a lot of awesome early comedy that Marvel does, but not to the point where it starts detracting like we have with more modern movies, where it's like, why are you making
Yeah.
a joke now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Endgame, a lot of jokes that just kind of got in the way of stuff.
Just quips.
Yeah, and then Love and Thunder too had way too many fucking quips. Like I get it
Mm-hmm.
for Ragnarok, it was nice and fun, but like you're dealing with the God Butcher man, and they
Yeah.
did him dirty. You had
Yeah.
Christian Bale, and God, Gore was so fucking cool in the comic books, dude.
Yeah, they definitely needed
Yeah.
a second draft of that one.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, all right. I think that's going to do it for us here. We're
Hell
going to
yeah.
move on to our next project. It'll be up soon. Keep your eyes on the Cole-astic Cinema page. And, yeah, we'll let you know.
Deuces.